There, 2 days, all of you are going to be here to finalize the agenda. Green Hydrogen Summit 2025. I welcome all of you. I want to hear from you now. We are taking all initiatives, how to go about brief introduction of the subject. Then we'll go to main meeting. I am assuring you, what all you bring new ideas and innovations. We are here to execute and produce proof of concept in a big way that will be replicated nationally and globally. And also we will follow wherever there is a best practice or innovation as it is, we will adopt it. We will work plus on that. That is our intention. I am very happy. Now we can interact.
Sir, now I request Vanitha, CEO and President of Suzlon Group, and they are very keen to invest for production of green hydrogen. I had a brief discussion with Vanitha. They want to produce 40,000 tons of green hydrogen in Andhra Pradesh, provided the Honorable Chief Minister will provide necessary facilities. So now I request Vanitha.
Respected sir, other dignitaries, thank you so much for this opportunity. So I'll just spread a different version of Synergen, which is our company. Suzlon is obviously a wind turbine manufacturing company. Synergen is in the green molecules, green fuels. We have currently advanced stage development in Texas, Houston, 40,000 tons of hydrogen capacity and 200,000 tons of ammonia, green ammonia. It's an integrated plant. We have 250 megawatts of behind the meter solar and 500 megawatts of wind integrated with the grid. So this facility, it seems simple, but the biggest challenge that we have seen in the last 4 years of working on this thing is the aspects of commercialization. Right? It's various moving pieces. The typical pieces have been the land, water, and power. These three pieces needs to be very critically aligned, very close to the port to make sure that the larger production actually is for an export market. The good quantum can be for the domestic market also. So the hydrogen piece is for the domestic, the larger component is for the export. So we are looking at a similar facility in India, in Andhra specifically, and we are exploring a lot of ports on the coast of Andhra. State has been blessed with several resources, blessed with the beautiful coastline. And I think that's where development of a lot of these ports, which your visions have been in a long-term visions, has been very important for us. So we will definitely commit. We are committing right now also 40,000 tons is the starting capacity, but going forward, a similar size can be double, tripled within the state.
Now I request Dr. Saraswat, Honorable Member of Niti Aayog, who is an author of, rather one of the authors of National Hydrogen Mission. Dr. Saraswat Saab.
Sir, very good morning. I think I am okay. Very good morning. I am audible? Yes, sir. I am very happy to be present in this summit today. The National Green Hydrogen Mission, which has been announced in 2023 by our Honorable Prime Minister at a cost of 19,500 crores, it stipulates certain major objectives. And one of them is that India should have 5 million tons of green hydrogen by 2030. And also there is a requirement that we should have 3 hydrogen valleys that should get formed. And the idea is Valley 1, Valley 2, Valley 3 will go from 5 million tons to 550 million tons and then 500 million tons. The purpose of this valley is not just to kind of production alone, but it is to create a complete ecosystem for that. All of us know that green hydrogen will become affordable only if we are able to bring down the cost of the electrolyzers. And the power is becoming more and more cheaper as well as cleaner. So, already fortunately the renewable power in the country has come down to very low cost, and so there is no problem. But the problem of electrolyzer is still a problem. I personally believe that in Andhra Pradesh we have the right ecosystem, and one of the hydrogen valleys should be located here. And what we should do here is that with the help of many of our industry partners who are here today, we should set up a large scale electrolyzer plant. And Dr. Narayan Rao mentioned that they have a technology. Yes. Certainly we can take that technology or beyond, or any other technology which is more suitable. But ultimately scale is important. Yeah. Sir, there is a figure I want to mention to you. Unless there is a scale of something like 5 terawatt hour, bringing down the cost of electrolyzer from today's approximately $600 per kilowatt hour to $130 per kilowatt hour. Our objective of getting $2 and less the cost of green hydrogen is not feasible. This is a well documented simulated figure, globally available. Now, it can have minor variation because India is a cheaper country in that sense, and we may be able to do it at a much lower cost. But scale is important. So that scale plant I request, with the help of your leadership and with the help of industry participation, and technology is coming, we should do it. Second area I would recommend that under the hydrogen valley in Andhra Pradesh, we should go for the storage of hydrogen. Is a major problem. Because hydrogen produced at one place but required at the other place. It requires that we should have gaseous hydrogen compression and storage facility. In India today, there is no large scale type 4 cylinder facilities available in the country. Small scale somewhere is happening. We need to set up a large scale type 4 cylinder plant here. Now that would take us for the complete ecosystem, not only manufacturing, testing also. So today we are sending all our cylinders to Germany for testing. I think we should set up a plant in Andhra Pradesh here and complete. We should be able to do it here in Amaravati and places. We should be able to set up that. Third thing is, sir, today a lot of presentation was there on the fuel cell. Ultimately, when hydrogen is used for mobility, it will have to need the fuel cells also. So another plant what is needed is that of the fuel cell. Dr. Lele made a very wonderful presentation just in the morning, and they have technology. Only what we have to do is again bring the industry today and set up a good fuel cell manufacturing facility that can be done. And for the purpose of mobility again, hydrogen can be carried as a gas, or hydrogen can be carried in the form of either ammonia or in the form of methanol or ethanol. I think the technology what they have of converting ethanol directly to hydrogen that can be used, or technology what we have developed, methanol directly to hydrogen that can be used for heavy duty trucking and marine applications. A large number of ships today, sir, are now going to use only methanol as a fuel for marine application. Methanol is not used as methanol. Methanol is converted into hydrogen, and hydrogen is put into the fuel cell and then electrification. So that is again one area where I would say this particular hydrogen valley should do. Sir, I think in the country this should become the hub as far as the hydrogen ecosystem in the country is concerned. Only one request I am making. Till such time the cost of green hydrogen comes down, other forms of hydrogen also we should not shy away. Actually, I want to mention to you that in G20 last year, year before last, we had made all the foreign countries to agree from Niti Aayog that we will work for clean hydrogen. We will not work for only green hydrogen. Our ultimate aim is green hydrogen because that is the zero carbon. But affordability is important, and if I want my steel industry to become a user of the hydrogen or refineries to become user of green hydrogen, the cost has to come down. Blue hydrogen is available, so we should be able to do that today, and it can be produced from number of sources. We can have biomass, we can have coal, we can have natural gas, many other things and those things. All these things can be done in this state, and under your leadership, with the help of industry, I think we should be able to do that.
Thank you.
Sir, now I request Dr. Ashish Lele, Director, CSIR, National Chemical Laboratory. As Dr. Saraswat mentioned, they have developed the technology to a matured level. Now Dr. Ashish Lele.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I am the Director of National Chemical Laboratory, a premier CSIR lab in the city of Pune. We've started working in the fuel cell development area since 2005, and we have come to a stage where we can produce with our industry partner anywhere between 20 to 100 kilowatt fuel cells as standard modules. And then these are modularized. So if you want 200 kilowatt, it will be 2 modules of 100 kilowatt. So depending on which application we are looking for, all of these applications can be configured with the right kind of fuel cells. This is a fully indigenous fuel cell. Every component within the fuel cell also is now indigenized. So we have set up the whole ecosystem. There's a industry partner who is now making large fuel cells and also integrating them with the other parts of the drivetrain, like batteries and DC-DC converters and so on. So we reached a full prototype level. The first indigenous catamaran was launched by the Honorable Prime Minister last February. We have also demonstrated cars, buses, so all of it. So sir, as Dr. Saraswat very rightly mentioned, in ports there is very large applications for fuel cell based mobility, whether it is catamarans or tug ships and so on, which require anywhere between 50 to 100 plus kilowatt fuel cells. In ports, I think this would be a great application, as well as in drones. We are now working with a few drone companies to develop fuel cell based high endurance, long distance traveling drones. So we'll be very happy to participate in any effort in Andhra Pradesh to take these technologies now to real commercial scale. We have done enough prototyping now. We are looking for opportunities to now scale up and commercialize. So very, very helpful. Thank you.
So the Honorable Chief Minister is kindly aware that AM Green has set up their plant in Kakinada with a goal of producing 3 million metric tons of green ammonia. Now I request Dr. Ramkumar, CTO of AM Green.
So, respected sir, good afternoon, and thanks for this opportunity. So I represent two group companies, Greenco and AM Green. Greenco is a renewable energy company which produces green electrons, and AM Green is the green molecule company which is launched last year. So as Professor D.N. Rao was mentioning, already the Nagarjuna Fertilizers was acquired by us in Kakinada, and now there is a very brisk activity going on to convert this Nagarjuna Fertilizer plant into 1 million metric ton to start with 1 million metric ton of green ammonia. And to support that, sir, we are setting up 1680 megawatts of electrolyzer capacity for producing green hydrogen, because with green power and green hydrogen we are going to produce the green ammonia. And sir, you will be very happy to know that from Andhra Pradesh, for the first time in the country, we have finalized the supply contract for November 27 from Kakinada port to supply green ammonia produced in Kakinada all the way to Europe to Uniper, a company, German-based company. Already firm contracts have already been placed, sir. Our first supply will start by end of November 2027. And apart from this, sir, you are already aware, I was told that you and your other cabinet colleagues have already visited world's largest pump storage hydro project at Pinnapuram, which is nearer to Kannur. And sir, the distinction of this project is that it is a 2 gigawatt capacity storage where greenfield lower reservoir of water and upper reservoir of water has been created. It acts as a water battery, and with the help of this pump storage hydro, our renewable power delivered cost round the clock renewable energy round the clock, RERTC is the normal acronym, is below $55 per megawatt hour. Nobody in the world is betting on this number, whereas we bet this and we won the orders for this. And also our promoters, Mr. Anil Chalmalasetti and Mahesh Kolli, they want to make Kakinada as a green energy hub, and we are planning for 500,000 tons per annum of biorefinery, where we would like to grow the Napier grass, Indian Napier grass, and convert the Napier grass into bioethanol and other value-added products. So for all of them, Kakinada would be the hub in Andhra Pradesh. So I would be very thankful, sir, for the kind support of the government for this. Already we received some subsidy from the government of Andhra Pradesh.
Sir, I request Dr. R.K. Malhotra, President of Hydrogen Association of India. He has rich and vast experience in the energy sector. Presently, he is the senior advisor to the Minister of Petroleum, MNRE, and many agencies. Now I request Dr. Malhotra.
Good afternoon, sir. It's a privilege to be in this meeting with you. You are known as a very progressive Chief Minister of the country. We have seen the kind of progress you made earlier, and now when you build up the new capital, I think hydrogen should be the focus area. AM Green is doing a good job. Suzlon wants to do big projects. But as Dr. Saraswat mentioned, that you have Visakhapatnam refinery also, and where the hydrogen can be produced, blue hydrogen can also be delivered. So a mix initially, as long as the hydrogen, green hydrogen cost is higher, for various applications there will be some reluctance. So mix of blue and green, if it is used, you can become the leading state in the hydrogen economy in the country. So maybe when you build up the new capital like Amaravati, you should have hydrogen buses flying, which can run. Initially, the cost will be higher with green, so initially you can start with gray hydrogen or blue hydrogen, and then, color agnostic approach, and demonstrate the fuel cell buses, which Dr. Ashish Lele, they are 2 times more energy efficient as compared to the internal combustion engines. So overall energy consumption will come down. Second suggestion which I would like to make is that maybe you can adopt some villages where you can have localized distributed power generation. You can have solar power to generate electricity, then you can have villages using that power during the day for cooking maybe, or converting into hydrogen, and then hydrogen stoves also. Scotland is a country where a lot of developments on cooking stove applications. So villages can use that hydrogen, maybe in tractors also, maybe for irrigation pumps. So that kind of approach also, daytime you can use solar energy, store it in the extra solar energy can be stored in the form of hydrogen, and then it can be used. So maybe these are some of the suggestions. From Hydrogen Association side, we have been supporting and educating people on various kind of activities related to hydrogen. We'll be very happy to work for Andhra government also if any proposal is required or any support is required from our association.
What is the cost difference between hydrogen storage and also battery versus to pumped storage?
So that cost difference between pump storage and hydrogen storage in different forms, because if you have to have compressed...
No, I can understand. It is a conversion.
Yes.
I can understand. Now,
so
as
hydrogen
on
storage,
today...
pump storage will be much cheaper.
We are all working as on today.
Yes.
Storage is much cheaper.
Much cheaper.
Because the life of battery is just 8 years. So to say, even if you take the best chemistry battery...
So only temporary, immediate, how to solve the problem, we are going for battery.
Sir.
Even there will be some more innovations in battery,
Sir.
then it will help. Meanwhile, it will come.
So hydrogen storage.
Hydrogen storage, that is another area. I wanted to know, as on today, we are going now solar, wind, pump, standby, battery. Now we are talking about green.
Maybe hydrogen also could be
hydrogen,
hydrogen is
or
also
ammonia, all
media.
these things.
Hydrogen also becomes a
Yeah, blending also you are talking blue, hydrogen, all those things we are talking. Ultimately, a sustainable economy also.
affordability.
Affordability and sustainable. If I do as a pilot, Pilot may be pilot. Replication and scaling will be a problem. How to act all these things, that is where I want to learn. In this country, all of you have to remember one thing. All innovations I started, first of all, power sector reforms, nobody ventured to attempt. That is late 90s. Saraswati he is aware of all those things. I started power sector reforms. Because of power sector reforms, I lost power also. That is different in 2004. That is another scenario. But always that was a benchmark today. And also all states are forced to adopt power sector reforms today. So these are all, I am aware of all developments in power sector. Not today, from the historical past also, from inception, especially 1995. So I am analyzing all our ideas and thoughts and innovations, how to integrate, how to take logical conclusion.
Sir, now I request.
Sir, as far as storage, as you said, I think battery storage, whatever time it happens, will always be a costlier option as compared to the pump storage option. Because pump storage will run on the solar power or wind power, and rest of the, both the capex and the opex are very, very small. You know, today itself, if you take solar power, pure solar power without storage, it's about less than 2 rupees. But the moment you add the battery, it becomes 5 rupees. So that is the kind of scale. Even if you reduce the cost of battery, which is most unlikely because battery uses all critical minerals, and these critical mineral costs cannot come down because of non-availability. Marginal changes will come. So we have to always explore methods of storing hydrogen or storing power using the other methods. For example, hydrogen storage you can use as Sir Ramkumar is telling, ammonia. People are using ammonia, people are using ethanol, people are using methanol. They are the best carrier of hydrogen. They can be carried and then they can be reformed to give you pure hydrogen. And once that has happened, your transportation cost comes down, your ultimately delivery cost of hydrogen to the end user becomes the cheapest if you follow that. So storage, I personally believe we should focus on cheaper means like pump storage. That is the best method is going to happen.
Yeah. Sir, now I request Andrew Schumann, CEO, Everensis Renewables from Australia.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity to come and speak to yourself and everybody here today. I'd like to bring a little bit of a different perspective to the conversation, and that's the one of an investor. Unless we can really make green hydrogen a value proposition, then it's going to be very difficult to get the investment. And without substantial investment, it's going to be hard to be successful. So a bit about myself. I'm an engineer. I've spent a large portion of my life working with doctors and professors, helping them to build process plants and processes and then upscaling them to commercial scales. And so I appreciate the complexities behind that, and I was really happy when Seshidhar approached me to join Arvensis. The Arvensis Group is looking to invest in excess of $100 million into India. And we're looking at areas such as technology, AI, 3D printing, and all those things. We're also looking at renewable energies, and we're also looking at e-waste recycling.
Okay.
And we've been really, really impressed with the vision that I've seen in India. You know, when I've looked at all of the documents and the research that I've done, the vision that the government as a whole, as national, and then yourself has really put forward to say, this is where India wants to go. I really wish that Australia would have that same vision and be so clear about it. People are very scared to commit to any technology, whereas you have been very, very good with that. And so for me, from an investor perspective, you know, we're going to be starting off. We're working with to get permission from NREDCap to start our first 12 ton per day biogas plant. and we plan to rapidly expand that to 50 tons per day.
Thank you. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, please go ahead. Yeah. Okay, please go ahead.
Oh, okay. So we're going to be rapidly upscaling that to 50 tons per day. And we've always been looking at, rather than just staying at biogas, how do we extend that into green hydrogen? So I've started doing quite a bit of research into, how do we de-risk this from an investor perspective? What are the things that we need to do to ensure that the demand side is there? And it was really good for me to hear the esteemed doctors all around the table all saying we need the demand side to get there. We need to get other applications other than just the fertilizer industry and the petroleum enrichment industries. We need to look at how do we actually increase the demand? And then on the other side, how do we look at the supply? Now, being a biogas provider or investor in that, I feel a little bit, like the orphan child. If I look at the scheme that's been put in place for the development of green biogas, it's all about electrolysis, okay? And the generation of green hydrogen from the biomass itself is really relegated to projects and research sort of initiatives. And so I would really ask, those are the two things that, we would like to participate and understand how can we help increase the demand side of the equation and at the same time work with you to de-risk in terms of the supply and the technology that's actually used on a biomass. So,
okay. Before we close this discussion, I request the Honorable Chief Minister to address the industrialists present here.
Friends, only I came here to learn more and also adopt all those new technologies, new innovations, ultimately how to reduce the cost of energy. Second angle, because of global warming, how to go for green energy. Once green energy, then towards downstream industries. Storage, ammonia, ethanol, so many innovative ideas. So I am very happy to listen all of you. 2 days you are going to be here. We are having a clear policy. Even our Prime Minister is working in a big way. 500 gigawatt capacity on green energy. That is his mission. With the downstream product also. What all you recommend. And then we'll start working in that direction. I am very happy as a planning Niti Aayog member has rightly mentioned, Andhra Pradesh will be hydrogen valley. I am assuring you that it will happen. Towards that, how to bring all technologies for convergence and innovations for convergence. Both will work it out. Every year, if necessary, we will review our performance also from now onwards. Benchmarking, where are we? Next year, what is the target? Then how to move forward. You want to do any experiments, best place is Andhra Pradesh. I am assuring you, you test all your R&D research here. And then we will implement any innovation, you need proof of concept. Otherwise, it is only innovation. That proof of concept we will produce here and we will scale it up. We will take nationally, globally, wherever it is having demand. So I am very happy for that today because there is a seminar also. We will go there. After that, we will have discussions. After 2 days discussions, what all you recommended, my Chief Secretary is looking after energy. He is also having long standing in energy department. I think he is the senior most energy secretary in the country. So, he is the senior most. So I am very happy to associate with you. We will work together in future. Thank you.
We are very much grateful to the Honorable Chief Minister for having this discussion with representatives of industry and R&D organizations. Thank you, sir. We will come back to the government with the recommendations of the summit. Thank you.